Rose, all the way out of what? Atlanta, doing what she does the best.
For now.
For now.
For now, I'm looking for my next appropriate move to the sun. So I don't know. You know, sometimes being
Y'all heard what she said. She looks amazing, doesn't she? Give it up.
Yes, she does.
I'm excited because you know, we have so much power that we really don't realize how much power we really do have. And what came up, you know, especially after yesterday's call, it's like, what have you been thinking? What are your emotions doing? And so we are these emotional beings, and we are creating our life as we go. So we're not getting what we want, we're getting what we believe. Why do we believe that? Why do we believe that we can't do this or that, or we can't be this or that? Sometimes it's training, it's upbringing. Some of the stuff is like, that's for the rich people, that's not for us. Well, how are you supposed to get to be the rich people if we don't believe that we can? So if the belief is not there, we'll never get there. We'll never do the work. We'll never go to the bank. We'll never set up the accounts. We'll never do the stuff. And so I heard Eric Thomas said that, you know, you trying to get somewhere, but you got to do the money stuff. You could believe and write it down and do all that stuff, but you got to do the money stuff, which means you got to go to the bank, which means you gotta set up the stuff that you need to set up in order for you to scale next level. I'm so grateful for Lady Lynn taking on Lady L rather taking on the Profits First cause for life changing alliances and all and any other. And I'm grateful to Lady Lynn for showing us what it really looks like to be able to live on the beaches of the world, to be there. Kemp just get to go. we know the brains behind the operation. So I'm just so grateful for the evidence, because the evidence is clear that we can have it, and we can be it, and we can do it. And so today I want to talk about how do we get there? It's really your emotions. And these emotions got to get under control, because it was my emotions that said, don't go in that bank, girl. You know, you is not good enough to go in there. You ain't even got enough money to go in there and talk to them. How much do talking cost? And you know, when you go in the bank, what do they say? How can we help you? They not asking nothing. They just want to know what you need. And they want to give you something that's no different than any other store. And just know that I'm not talking to y'all, I'm talking to me. Just like any other store, they want to sell you a product or a service, right? So there is some value behind your emotions and your emotional actions. Hey, Lex. All of our senses, your sense of sight is different from your sense of hearing, your sense of smell is different from your sense of touch. But even though they're all different, they're all vibrational interpretations of things. So when you go to a hot stove, your sense of sight is not necessarily telling you that the stove is hot. Your sense of hearing and your sense of taste or smell are not in the way that you recognize a hot stove either. But as you approach the stove with your body, your sensors in your skin let you know that the stove is hot. So we were born with sensitive, evolved, sophisticated, translators of vibration to help you understand and define all of our experiences. So, in the same way that we utilize your five physical senses to interpret your physical life experience, you were born with other senses, your emotions, which are further vibrational interpretations that help you understand in the moment the experiences that you are living. And so emotions are your indicators of where you are in your point of attraction. We know that law of attraction is one of the most powerful laws in the world. There are many laws. Law of attraction, law of gravity. Don't matter if you're a good person or a bad person, you jump off the bridge, you're going down, right? So those are laws and principles that can't change. And the law of attraction is no different. So your emotions are the indicators of the vibrational content of your being in every moment. And so when you become aware the feeling of your emotions, you come aware of your vibrational offering. You know, we have these vibrational offerings that tell us exactly where we are. If you angry, you angry. If you happy, you happy. But this is what we've learned. Anger begets more anger. Hurt begets more hurt. But happiness, love, joy, peace, and abundance begets more of that too. The thing is, we get to choose it. And so beware of what you're offering. And once you combine your knowledge of the law of attraction with your in the moment awareness of what your vibrational offering is or your emotional offering is, then you'll have full control of your own powerful point of attraction. With this knowledge, you can guide your life and experience it in any way you choose. You know, like living in Florida by the beach, or living in a waterfront apartment where you could pull your boat up to. Do y'all see what's happening? The people who got it, they right here with you. Change doesn't happen over time. Change happens in an instant. We have people who in an instant made decisions and worked towards those decisions and was gone. Gone. Philly to Atlanta, Philly to Philly to Florida. People are making decisions right around you, and you can see them doing it. And it ain't about the money. I mean, the money is great, but you just have to ask. Say you have not because you ask not. Some of y'all are being intuitively told to move along, and you don't. And then you worry about why your life ain't turning out right because you haven't followed the intuitive nudge to make a move. Bust a move. Get out of Dodge. Lynn been saying for how long she wanted to live in Florida. I want to live in Florida. I want to live in Florida. I want to live in Florida. She went on vacation and came back and was moving to Florida. She ain't say how was I going to get there. She said I just wanted to get there. And although there was some small interpretation about how this is all going to go down, she still trusted and walked in it. And look at the life now. Y'all know my story. I came to Atlanta with bad credit and no money. So I know you can't put it on credit and you can't put it on money. And look at the turnout. April makes 2 years. 2 years with many of you seeding and sowing and helping and growing the whole process. And our job is just to trust and walk in it. Your emotions simply, purely, and only are about your relationship with God. And since your emotions tell you everything that you would ever want or need to know about your relationship, with God, we often refer to your emotions as your emotional guidance system. It is your GPS, your God placement system. That's how you know what you are attracting. If you're angry, you're going to attract more anger and more things that make you angry. Have you noticed that? Yeah, it happens. It happens a lot. So when you made the decision to start to listen to your GPS, your God placement system, thank you so much, April, and start to listen to it and start to move in it. These emotions are your constant indicators that let you know in every moment your current relationship with God and your source of what you're asking for. And so, understanding that we have this powerful guidance that you have eternal access to, no risk, no confusion, only a sense of adventure and true exhilaration. Those of us who have stepped out in this faithful space and used our emotional guidance to get us there, it is nothing but adventure and true exhilaration. It's exciting to do something new. It's exciting to change your location. It's exciting to get a new car. It's exciting to do new work. And that's the part you're supposed to live in. As you're living in the excitement of the new day, of the next day, you create such a whirlwind of all good things. I remember when I said, I'm not gonna do this sister circle no more because it's costing me too much money. Because Profit First says, if it ain't making money, you got to dump it or fix it. So I said, I'm going to just do one more. I'm going to just do the last one for, I think that was maybe November. I'm going to just do one more and then that's it. When I said that, I had 11 women show up in my house and 10 women show up on virtual. That day, I got $130 in donations. And I sold $86 worth of product that I had in my house. Oh, okay. So I'm not quitting. Not just yet. And it has been growing and growing and growing even more so ever since. And so when we are doing these things, we're supposed to take them next level. So next level is take them all on a retreat. Next level is take them all to brunch. Like next level is doing next level things. And we keep growing whatever that thing that makes you feel good. See, I have an affinity for women. I have an affinity for women to be able to stand on their own two emotional, financial, and spiritual feet. It is important for us to be able to do that so that when you invite someone else into your life, that you are 100% whole. See, you need two 100% whole people in order to make a 100% good relationship. Not you coming 50% of yourself and he coming 50% of himself, because 250% don't do nothing but make a whole ass mess. We don't need no 250%ers together. We need 100%ers. And if you finding yourself in a relationship like that now with 250%ers, y'all got some work to do. And understand that the work can be done when two people agree to do it. It don't work when only one person is doing it. And that's unfortunate. I digress. So your emotions are your indicators of your alignment with source energy, with God, with your higher power, your inner being. Your emotions indicate the degree of this alignment, with God. Although you can never achieve misalignment because God is always with you. You can disconnect from it though. That's why that sacred text says, draw closer to me and I'll draw closer to you. Means I'm always here, so it's up to you. Same thing happens with this alignment of what you want. We must align with who you truly are. And when you are full allowance of the energy of of God and your source, you thrive. And when you disconnect, you don't. You just don't. We are empowered beings and we are free to create. And when you know that and focus upon the things that are in vibrational harmony with you, and you feel absolute joy for what you are doing, it works out really well. But when you think thoughts that are contrary to the truth, you feel the opposite of emotions. You feel disempowerment. You feel like I'm in jail. And then all your emotions kind of fall within that range from joy all the way to disempowerment. So you can use your emotions to feel your way back to well being. When you think a thought that rings true with who you really are, you feel harmony just coursing through your whole physical body. Joy, love, and a sense of freedom are examples of alignment. And when you think thoughts that do not ring true with you, who you really are, you feel the disharmony in your physical body. Depression, fear, or feelings of bondage are examples of all misaligned thoughts. So, in the same way that sculptors can mold clay into the creation that pleases them, you can create a molding of your own energy. Your mold is through your power of focus by thinking about things, remembering things, imagining things. You focus the energy when you speak, when you write, when you listen, when you are silent, when you remember, and when you imagine. You focus through the projection of the thought. Doesn't that just make you feel so good that you have the power to feel better regardless of what's happening? Like the sculptors who, with time and practice, learn to mold the clay into the precise desired creation, you can learn to mold the energy that creates the worlds through the focus of your own mind. And like the sculptors who, with their hands, feel their way as they recreate their vision, you will use your emotions to feel your way to well being. It's so, so good that we have this power. You know, you could decide what side of the bed you wake up on. I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Well, what side is the wrong side? I don't even understand that statement. Because the thing is, you woke up. So this wrong side of the bed thing, and then people allowing people to come in their space with this wrong side of the bed energy. How about you take that wrong side of the bed back where you come from? How about you get back in the bed and get up on the other side and then call me later? Because I'm not entertaining it at all. We are so Some people can be extreme energy vampires. You know how you talk to some people, and while you talking to them, you just get more and more tired. I had somebody visit me, and when they left, I was exhausted. I couldn't figure out why I was exhausted. Like, why am I tired? I wasn't tired a minute ago because the whole time they were there, I'm trying to pull them up and build them up and pull them up and build them up. But the more I pulled them up, the more they wanted to stay down. They wanted to just stay down there. Me and my girlfriends got a saying, you're going too deep. You're going too deep. You're going too deep. If you go any deeper, I'm not going to be able to pull you out. And so don't go deep so that nobody can pull you out. Recognize where you are. Recognize your God placement system of your emotions and knowing where you are. Be responsible for where you are. No one else is responsible to make you happy. No one is responsible to bring you joy. That's your responsibility. Now, it's nice when you connect with people and you do happy things and you have happy times. All of that is great. But at the end of the day, you're still responsible. So there's some steps for you to get whatever to be, whatever you want to be, whatever you want to do, and whatever you want to have. There is a creative process And it's very simple. Simple doesn't equate to easy though. But it is very simple. It's 3 steps. 1, ask. That's your work. You get to ask. 2, the answer is given. That's not your work. That's God's work. And then 3, the answer which has been given must be received or allowed. That is your work. You have to let it in now. You have to let it in. So let's talk about your ask. Because of the wonderful and diverse environment in which you are focused, step 1 comes very easily and automatically. This is how the natural preferences are born. Everything from your subtle or even unconscious desires to clear, precise, vivid ones results from the contrasting experiences in your day-to-day life. The contrasts and desires that come up because you know what you don't want. So when you know what you don't want, you absolutely know what you do want. So that comes up. So the ask is easy and our natural byproduct of your exposure to this environment of a fantastic variety and contrast. And so step 1 comes naturally. Just ask. Ask. And then God answers, the universe answers, source answers, whatever you want to call your higher power answers. Step 2 is a simple step because it's not for you. It's not your work at all. That work is for God, the work of God for us. All the things that you ask for, large and small, are immediately understood and fully offered without exception. Every point of consciousness has the right and ability to ask, and all points of consciousness are honored and responded to immediately. When you ask, it is given every time. Your asking is sometimes spoken with your words, but more often it emanates from you vibrationally as a constant stream of personally honed preferences, each building on the next one, and each one respected and answered. Every question is answered, every desire is given, every prayer is answered, every wish is granted. But the reason that many will argue with that truth, holding up examples of unfulfilled desires from their own life experiences, because they have not yet understood and completed the very important step 3. For without the completion of step 3, the existence of step 1 and 2 could go unnoticed. Step 3 is allow it in. It is the appreciation of the art of allowing. It is really the reason your guidance system even exists. It is the step whereby you tune the vibrational frequency of your being to match the vibrational frequency of your desire. You know, it's like the radio station. It has to be set to match the frequency of the broadcast station you desire to hear. The vibrational frequency of your being must match the frequency of your desire. And we call that the art of allowing. You can't get WDAS on FM if your radio is tuned to the AM dial. You're not going to get no FM stations because you want AM. And a lot of times that frequency is determined by how you feel. If you are feeling angry or sad or hurt, you are not dialed in to what you want. See, nothing that you're asking for is down there in those low vibration emotions. Sadness and anger and hurt, there's nothing down there. Nothing. So the longer you allow yourself to be sad, the longer you allow yourself to be angry, the longer you allow yourself to be hurt, is how long it's going to take for you to get back up to that high frequency of love, joy, peace, and abundance, because that's where all your stuff is at. Because when you're down here in those, you're just going to get more things that make you feel angry, sad, and hurt. And if you're tired of that, you got to learn how to get up here. In love, in joy, in peace, and abundance. And that's when you get into the receiving mode of everything that you're asking for. And unless you are in that receiving mode, your questions, even though they have been answered, will seem unanswered to you. Your prayers will seem to be unanswered. Your desires will not be fulfilled. You're not because your wishes have not been heard, but because your vibrations are not a match and you're not letting them in. So every subject really is two subjects, wanted and not wanted. Every subject is two subjects. So that's that when that which you desire and then the lack of it. Often, even when you believe you're thinking about something that you desire, you're actually thinking about the exact opposite of what you desire. In other words, I want to be well. I don't want to be sick. I want to have financial security. I don't want to experience a shortage of money. I want the perfect relationship to come to me. I don't want to be alone. So, what you think and what you get is always in perfect vibrational match. So it can be helpful to make conscious correlation between what you're thinking and what you're manifesting in your life's experience. But it's even more helpful if you were able to discern where you are headed even before you get there. So once you understand your emotions are the important messages that are given you, you will not have to wait until something has manifested in your experience to understand what your vibrational offering has been. You can tell by the way you feel exactly where you're headed. If you're not feeling happy, you're not feeling joyful, you know you headed in the wrong direction. And if you're not happy, get happy. If you're not enjoy, get enjoy. And the way you do that is you have to understand the things that bring you up. You have to put things in place. And we've talked about this before. Your rocket booster friends, you feeling a little low? Call Kemp, call Lynn, call Marcus, call TP, call somebody that's going to bring you out of there to bring you back up. I call them the rocket booster friends. Those are the people who will lend you their legs of faith when your legs of faith are weak. And all you got to do is say one thing. Today, I'm not feeling it. Today is not going good for me today. Can you tell me what you see in me? And let them paint a picture of what they see in you. Let them paint a picture of how amazing you are. And go ahead and walk on their legs, walk on their feet, and believe them. And that's the beginning of bringing yourself up. So your attention must be on it, not the lack of it. The creative process is occurring constantly, whether you're aware of it or not. You're creating this life as you go. I don't care what's happening. You creating it. And we have to take responsibility of it. The variety of contrast that we experience with continual new preferences, things that you're born with, even without even knowing it. You're broadcasting those requests. The energy that receives these vibrational requests, the law of attraction, offers immediate responses with which you must align with. You must align with what you're asking for. You can't ask to be someplace and ask for law of attraction to give you this or give you that, and then you mad and angry and sad. That don't work. You have to be up here in love, joy, peace, and abundance in order to attract the life that you want. There's so many examples all around us. And sometimes the reason that you're not always aware is because there's a time gap between the asking and then your allowing. Even through this clear desire has been emanated from you as a result of the constant thoughts that you are putting out, it's still important that you give your attention to that desire itself. Focus on it. You don't focus on the contrast. Lord, don't focus on what's going wrong. Just focus on what's going right. When you focus on what's going wrong, that's where all your energy is. And when you focus on that ain't right, I don't got enough of this, and you get more of I don't got enough of this because you feel bad. And the more you feel bad, the more you bring in things that help you to feel bad. And so in order to get those things that we talk about, they're up here. They're up here in love and joy and peace and abundance. Mr. Love on Purpose is in the building. Hey, Mr. Anthony Peace. That's his saying. Love on purpose. Love on purpose. Love on purpose. If you stay in love on purpose, there's no way you can't get the things that you want. Because sometimes we give love to even people who don't deserve us to give love, but we give it anyway because we protecting ourselves by doing that. And so staying up here. So yes, love on purpose. So for example, if your car is getting older and is beginning to require frequent repairs, and as you begin to notice its fading beauty, you find yourself desiring a new car. And as every much wanted desire and feeling is that you want a dependable new car. And so that vibrational rocket of desire is emanating from you, and God has received it and fully responded in kind immediately. But because you're not consciously aware of the laws of the universe and the three-step process of creation, and the fresh, exhilarating feeling was so short lived. So instead of you immediately turning your attention towards the fresh new desire and continuing to ponder the idea of this delicious new vehicle, thus achieving this vibrational harmony with your own new idea, you look back at the vehicle you currently own, pointing out all the reasons that you desire a new car. The old car no longer pleases me, you conclude, not realizing that in looking at the unpleasing car, you're tuning your vibration back to that car and not forward to the new car you desire. I really need a new car. And you like, it got dents on it, it's cracking, it's undependable. Like with every statement of need and justification for a new car, you are unwittingly reinforcing the vibration of your current unpleasant situation. And in doing so, you continue to hold yourself out of vibration alignment with the new desire and out of the receiving mode of what you're asking for. Did that make sense? If you continue to focus on what you don't want, you get more of what you don't want. But when you focus on the things that you do want, okay, come on, what you saying, Mr. Love on Purpose? Everything has a divine hour. It will ripen with, and it will ripen. It will flower. A child takes 9 months. A horse takes 12 months. A chicken takes 21 days. During that time, have no doubts or no fears. I love it. And I know that if you are not familiar with Mr. Love on Purpose, Mr. Sir has a radio show on air with Sir, now has a full-fledged co-working space in the Philadelphia market, and it is absolutely beautiful. I got to see it the last time I was there, and it is definitely well nicer than what I saw. So if you're in the Philadelphia area or not, you can always tune into his show on air with Sir. Is on 24 hours a day. I absolutely love Sir. He is an amazing individual for sure. And so absolutely we have to hold on to those good feelings and good thoughts in order for us to create the life that we want. Yes, rocket boosters going up in the sky. But sometimes it seems difficult because life is happening. But once you understand that your thoughts equal your point of attraction, and that the way you feel indicates your level of allowing or resisting, you now hold the key to creating anything that you desire. Anything, anything, anything. That just excites me so much. It's not possible for you to consistently feel positive emotion about something and have it turn out badly. Just as it is not possible for you to consistently feel bad about something and have it turn out well. The way you feel will tell you if you are allowing your natural well-being or not. Even when it comes to thoughts of sickness, you may offer thoughts that disallow the natural flow of your wellness, just as you may offer thoughts that disallow the natural flow of your abundance. Although there's um, There's so much source. Abraham Hicks says there's so much love here for you. Everything that you're asking for, God wants you to have it. You deserve it. So why are you stuck in these places? Because you don't understand the creative process. The creative process is ask. The answer becomes yes by source, by God. And then you, three, have to align with what you asked for. And people say it all the time. As soon as I started to feel good about it and wanted, and then it started to come and things started to happen and money started to come and things started to line up. And next thing you know, it lined up. And you say, oh, shoot, how did I do that? And then we get scared. This is Asking It Shall Be Given Unto You with Esther and Jerry Hicks. You know, they got all our answers. You hold the key to creating every desire. You know, y'all, listen, watch out. Watch out for how you feel. Watch out for what you're doing. Watch out. Pay attention. Pay attention to all of the thoughts and all of the feelings. And it's okay when a unhappy thought may come up or things may come up. You read that book every day? Yes, because it has all of the stuff. Has everything you need. You know, everything that you need is showing up for you all the time. It's showing up for you all the time. But you the one saying, can't do that. Somebody calls you up and say, listen, I have an opportunity for you. And you immediately go to no. But you don't know. That could be the first step into you living the life of your dreams. Because you got to step outside your comfort zone in order to get there. I know it's uncomfortable. It's not always comfortable what you're being asked to do to get to the things that you're trying to get to. They may have asked you to come and be a speaker at something. And they might tell you it's not that big, it's just a few people going to come, that's all they expected. But because you coming, God said, okay, this is the opportunity, let me go give it to her. And then 100 people show up, and now 100 more people know what it is that you do. Okay. You just never know what it is. You got to keep walking forward into yes, into what feels good. And sometimes feels good may feel nervous, but feel good. Yes, stop saying no. Stop saying no. Say yes sometimes. You know, life is truly a series of saying yes. Saying yes to fun, saying yes to Novatech, saying yes to saving in a different way, to making your money passive so that you don't work hard for money. Because who told us we had to do that? We so busy being human doers and have forgotten how to be human beings. It's okay to be. And I know I'm guilty of it because sometimes when I try to rest in my mind, the thought comes up, oh my God, you got to do something. And then I fight that thought. I said, I'm resting. I'm resting. And you know what happens while you're resting? Your thoughts get clear. And then that's when opportunity comes because you're not thinking, you're just resting. And then somebody will call you up and say, you want to be on my radio show? Okay, radio show. Okay, podcast. Okay, something shows up. And before you know it, more people know who you are. More people ends up being more customers, more people showing up to spend money with you because you rested, because you took a bath, because you took a walk on the beach, because you cleared your mind and stop thinking about what currently is and what you really want to be or what you really want to do. And the more we walk into it, the more every desire that you want begins to show up. Shucks, TP been on vacation pretty much too, a lot lately too. So we know that something's working. Something is working. So it is possible. It is possible for you to have every thing that you have been asking for. Remember, as extensions of pure positive energy, the more in vibrational harmony you are, the better you feel. Don't you feel good when you feel good? When you feel happy? I mean, really, when you feel good, right? It's true. And then you just want to do more things that help you to feel good. And while you feeling good, you helping this one. And then all of a sudden, everything that you've done has now been reciprocated back to you. Somebody might have called you up and say, listen, can you lend me $50? And you give them the $50. And then all of a sudden, your investment then gave you back $350. Such a blessing. Because you are in alignment with feeling good. So more feeling good things are going to show up for you. Come on, y'all. Y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I hear you. I hear you. It's powerful. I hear you. You know, Christmas Day, the Lord put somebody on my heart to call. And I didn't know anything was going on, but the Lord just said they're blessing with $100. They got back to me with a report, say, you know what? I wanted to buy something for my grandson so bad I didn't have any money. Yeah, I didn't know. I was just tears my thinking about it. So I just thank God the reciprocity. TJ talking about the law of reciprocity.
The law of reciprocity is real.
Thank you so much.
Yes, this is our new language, sir. This is definitely our new language. So with practice, you really can become a joyous, deliberate creator. Don't you want to be a deliberate creator of your own life? You want to create the life that you live. You want to live in your dream house. You want to drive your dream car. Nicole, the Bugatti, you want it. But you know, in order to get a Bugatti, that means you got to have another house, because you can't drive a Bugatti up to the hood in the neighborhood. Not to say that you live in the hood, because I don't know where you live. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the car got to match the house. So if the car costs $200,000 or $300,000, your house got to be at least $1 million. I saw a thing that talked about, remember the movie Home Alone with Macaulay Culkin, when he was in that big house by himself? Back then, that house, whenever that movie came out, I know that movie like 10 years ago, that house back then was $1.5 million. That
was a house.
The house that he ran all through, and Joe Pesci and all of them was running all through, getting jacked up in that house. That house is $1.5 million back then. So that means the house that you want now is going to cost millions. Ooh, you just watched it 2 days ago. Yes, it's one of my favorite movies to watch.
I watched it too. It was great.
1.5 million 5 years ago or 10 years ago, however long that movie was. But somebody owned that house. Somebody lives in that house. The only difference between you and the person who lives in that house is time and a decision. You don't know how something is going to happen for you. Somebody could give it to you. Because the first thing we start thinking is, oh, that's never could be me. Why not you? Why can't you live in $1 million house? Multi-millions of dollars. Because the way these numbers is going up, the numbers going to be the numbers. So there's so many ways for us to get to those numbers, but you have to be walking in this joy, love, peace, and abundance in order for you to get to it. Hold on. There we go. It's important that we start to mold this energy, create this energy, focus on your creative energy, so that you can create this life that you want so badly. And guess what? I want you to live this life. Sir says, I've been given things for free so many times, and it's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's not about, I told y'all, I came to Georgia with no money and a 450 credit score. This house wasn't given to me based on credit. It was given to me based on character. Because they knew, and God knew. God sent me here. Yes, with God, anything is possible. Absolutely. I was sent here to do this work. All I had to do was say yes, and everything else was provided.
Did you say something just now? What the hell? Wait, I gotta stop you on that one, Doc. Did she say you don't get it based on credit, but you get it based on character?
Yes.
What the hell?
So probably 20 years ago, when I decided that I wanted to create a portfolio of transitional housing for families to be able to come live there, that was exactly my line. I said, I want to provide transitional housings for families based on credit. I mean, based on character and not credit. Sir just said, I just got a Tesla with no money down, no wait time. They can take 6 to 8 months to come after you order. See? So, and I kept saying that I want to give housing based on character, not credit. They just got to have a job so they can afford it. I don't care about they just need to be able to afford it, and not 3 times and all this stuff that they're saying. They just need to be able to afford it, and maybe they would get a letter from their job or a letter from their pastor or something, because that's based on their character. And that's what I said I wanted to provide. And then when I come to Atlanta, that's what was given to me, based on character. I'm telling you. And so many things happened that way. Listen, I left Georgia on March the 26th with the thought that God told me to come back. I was back here with this house by April the 9th. Speed. You just got to say yes and let it work out however it's going to work out. The people who I got this house from, they didn't even know what they were doing. So many people have been healed in this house. So many people have changed their lives in this house. So much good work has happened in this house. They don't even know what they're part of. When the husband finally came here, he just looked around. He was like, this is nice. And he was the one who was hesitant. He was like, tell her with that credit score, we're going to need 1 more month's rent. And man, I'm telling you, the way I got the 1 month's rent, I can't even tell y'all. I can't even tell y'all because I'm too public right now. I have to, if you want to know how I got it, then y'all have to ask me privately, because I can't tell you in these public spaces. Yes, we're not supposed to think about the how, just think about the what, why you want it, and give it over to God. Yes, give it over to the universe. That's what Sir just said. This is our new language. This is our new language going into this next year. From this moment forward to next year, this is your new language, that you can be or do or have anything. All you have to do is pay attention to how you feel. If you are feeling good about it, stay feeling good about it. Write it down as if it's already done. They say you have not because you ask not, and write the vision and make it plain. Don't it say that everywhere? Prosperity is our birthright. Abundance is your birthright. Why y'all keep thinking that in order to be closer to God, we got to be broke and poor and living in poor neighborhoods? Listen, we not. You know, they say your gift will make way for you. If you just stand in your gifting, walk as if, yes, as if it's already done. I walk in a whole lot of power when I walk around here. Sometimes I be like, just thank you, Lord, because if it was dependent upon me, it wouldn't work with just me. But because we have such a higher power that wants everything that you want for you, and we just got to walk in it. It's already yours. Ask and it shall be given unto you. The last part is you just have to align with it. You just got to believe it. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe. If you believe you can't, then guess what? You don't. And some of you think that it's all about jobs and stuff. It's not about jobs. It's about your gift, because your job is in direct correlation to where you get to live, the kind of car you get to drive, even the food you get to put on your table. The only way that you can increase that is by living in your gifting. So you might have a job, but then you got to get in your gift, that thing that you do, and you do so good. And when people show up, they be like, oh my God, she is the best chicken fryer ever. Oh my God, she is the best house cleaner ever. Oh my God, she take care of those kids so good. That sounds like a cleaning business, a catering company. You got all these gifts already. You just not using them. So you might got to start your gift part-time, sometime on the side, whatever. And then when it starts to exceed, or if you're smart enough and get in one of these funds and Novatech and Daisy and let your money work for you, let the experts see. Oprah's magazine said it's a coach for that. They got a coach for that. They got a coach for everything. They got a coach for your finances. Got a coach for your emotional healing. They got a coach for your health. It's a coach for that. Get one. Get one. And if you can't afford one right now, it's okay. YouTube University got everybody. Even I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube right now. But there's so many amazing, gifted people that we have right here in the circle. If we just touched each other, hired each other for the work that you do, you're going to spend the money anyway. So why not spend it with somebody you know, like, and trust? Somebody you know that's on a journey. We are all on this amazing journey called life together. And it is so important that you know that you are creating the life that you're living. And sometimes that's a kind of a hard pill to swallow, that we are creating it. I think about when I fell down the steps in last year, all night. I kept saying, that's a lot of steps to take my bags down. That's a lot of steps. That's a lot of steps. All night I kept saying, that's a lot of steps. It's too many steps. This is a lot of steps. And I got to take down these 2 big bags. And then my girlfriend said, oh, just wake us up. We'll take it. But it was 4 a.m. I'm like, I'm not going to wake them up. I'm going to go ahead and take the bag down. I didn't get down 1 flight of steps before I went flying down the steps with my luggage and broke my ankle. But all night, what did I do? Tell myself it's a lot of steps. That's a lot of steps. That's a lot of steps. That's a lot of steps. So I did that to myself. Set myself down for 5 months because I told myself it was a lot of steps. So we are telling ourselves so many things. I ain't got it. I ain't going to have it. I ain't got it. I ain't going to have it. And guess what happened? You ain't got it and you ain't going to have it. You got to be so careful of the words that you're saying because they are emanating in your whole body. And then you are creating exactly what you're thinking, your thoughts. You don't even have to say it. Your thoughts are becoming things. I know because I'm living it right now. My thoughts have become things and they are not the things that I want. And that's why it was so important for me to talk about it because when I talk to you, I talk to me. So this is a reminder for me too. To remember to resonate on the right frequency. Deidre Lynn, for sure. I'm with that. We have to resonate on what we want. We have to resonate on the good stuff and continue to do that. So 1, ask for it. 2, is automatically given to you. 3 is you have to connect with it. You have to connect with the things that you've asked for, the things that you want, whatever that is. You calling in the one, or you calling in your money, or you calling in the new house, whatever it is, you got to resonate with it. And when you resonate with it, it will show up for you in that way. You are way more powerful than you even know. So it's time for all of us as we walk into 2023, which comes to the number 7, which is the number of completion. We all have to walk in that power so that we all create these amazing lives. I wish it for you, and I know you wish it for me. Back to you, Mr. Satchel.
I hate you. I really do.
So yes, Sir said, don't think of the thing you want. Think from the thing. Don't think of the Don't think of the thing you want. Think from the thing you want and become it. Yes. I got it.
Okay, she has it. I'm gonna mute you for a second because you are just out of control right now. Right, like really.
He muted me.
What? Let me share some stuff, guys. You know what? You know what? I don't even want to. I don't even want to say nothing. It's just like, do you feel me? Like I couldn't even like. Do y'all? If you heard anything today that you could resonate, did she say anything today that you wrote down? Like at the end of the day, I promise you,
it's my
the
call.
one that got
I'm
me,
in a personal development
and
call.
I know this is true. It's called
So
credit
his name is Kemp.
versus character.
Yep.
Credit versus character. Okay, no. Credit versus character.
Yeah.
Ain't that right?
Yes.
Would you rather your credit or would like okay. Me and Marcus, we gonna have a conversation today, bro. She then says, all you gotta do is ask. But like, if you don't believe, you don't even know what to do or ask. You can't. If you don't believe, like, can we just talk about this for a hot second? Every freaking thing you just mentioned, it says your gift.
Yep.
All this stuff is freaking biblical, man. Somewhere it's in the Bible. I don't know where. I don't know. And remember, Deidre Lynn, y'all talk about these daggone frequencies and higher. Like higher, what the hell? What the
algorithms?
The algorithm of your life.
About? Ding. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you all the permission. Open up your freaking mics and say thank you. Give her some love right now. She started it off. Can you? What's that guy's name? What's his name in Philadelphia?
Thank you.
His name is Sir Anthony.
What's his name, Darlaina? What's his name?
His name is Sir. He has a radio show called On Air with Sir. So it's real easy. On Air with Sir.fm. You can go listen to him all the way everywhere. But he also has a place in Philly. Like when I met Sir was staying in the room and all this stuff, and he's now elevated because he's applied the law of attraction. When I went to his office, he had the law of attraction, he had The Secret, 48 Laws of Power, all of these books. Because if you want to learn anything, why not learn how to use this process? Because we are already using it. You just are not a pro at it. You're not an expert at it.
Okay. Hold on. You said something about a Dr. Love. You said something about love. What's the man?
That's his tagline. His tagline is love on purpose.
Oh my God. That's it right there, baby.
Yeah.
Did you hear what she just said? Listen.
Intentional.
Love. And the thing about it is, you can't love and hate at the same time, but you gotta make a choice.
Yes.
Okay. First of all, if you're like I come like, what's your name? Supercalifragilistic. I know. What the heck is that all about, guys? Supercalifragilistic. Yes, that's what'd you say? My birthright. What?
Abundance is
that's my birthright. My birthright. I can't even say it right.
Yeah. Some people
your new language. What?
Yeah, that's our new language. Our new language is we are deliberate creators of our life. And we're not going to allow anything else to derail us, to take us somewhere else. We haven't learned anything in 372 days.
72, sorry.
That we are in control of our lives. We really are in control, but we have given control to other people. We gave our job control. We gave our spouse control. We gave our kids control. We gave everybody control but ourselves. We have control to create the deliberate life that we want. We can be deliberate creators of our life. And so when you start to think that and start to use that and just pay attention to how you feel, because that's it. That's the only thing you got to do. Pay attention to how you feel. That's how you know what you're attracting. That's all you got to do. Pay attention to whether you feel good or bad. If you feel bad, do something to bring yourself up. Go outside, play with kids, play with pets, walk in nature, have great sex, watch a funny movie, call a friend. All of these things raise your vibration. So do what you need to do for you to raise your vibration. Yes, that's Mr. Motivator. Who's that?
OMG. OMG.
They calling you out on TikTok. Essence
I know that's right.
Edwards. She said, Mr.
What?
Motivator, is that you? Yep, that's Mr. Motivator.
Ladies and gentlemen, all I can just tell you is, man, you better take control over your goddamn life. Cause it's time to get up out this joker right here. But I love you all. God bless you. God keep you. God control you. Because when you love up on people, you can't do nothing but love up on people. With that being said, have a great day on first.
Have a great day. Have a great day, everybody. That's right.
All right. Instagram, thank you for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day. Hey, my TikTokers. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you got something from that. It is just amazing. And yep, that was Mr. Motivators talking. He said ATL woke me up. Hey, Lynn, thank you for coming back. And I hope you really enjoyed that in-depth dive into how to really create the life that you want. So have an amazing day today, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Bye for now. All right. Instagram. No, this is YouTube. Oh, hey, cousin. I didn't even see that you was on there, Sparkle Golden. I couldn't see the chat. I see it now. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll talk soon.